Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So those of you that watched the review of this CT50 that I did would have known that I actually bought this guitar after that review. And you know, I've had it sort of 3 months or so now, and I've played it every single day pretty much since then. So what I thought would be cool if I just sort of bought it back and gave you what my thoughts now I've kind of owned it longer term and played so much, played it all the time. So, everything I said in that video in terms of how unique the neck is and how the pickups are different hasn't worn off of me at all. I'm still sort of thoroughly in love with the way the neck feels, the way it sounds. And since I've actually measured the output of these pickups, and they're all in the sort of low to mid 5k output, so they're very, very low output pickups, which I think kind of helps me like channel that kind of vintage vibe for them. So when you put the gain up, they don't dirty out, they stay quite clean, but they give a very unique sound, which I really like in S-type guitars. Obviously, this isn't the newest CT50 lineup, this is the older ones. I have had people ask me about the new ones, and I'm hoping to get them on the channel sort of early summertime, something like that. I wouldn't actually mind the maple, because this doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, but it's a roasted maple neck, so I'd quite like to get that version of this guitar, because in fairness, although I fully see the argument for HSS, obviously, I personally do prefer 3 single coils, so I might try and get hold of the roasted maple neck version of this guitar to kind of beat the two of them, because I'm really curious to know if the new ones are as good as this. So, like I said, living with it day in, day out, my opinion from the review hasn't changed at all. The only thing I have done to this guitar is, if you're kind of an over the thumb, can you squeeze in and slide your thumb across the top, which I do when I play guitar. These guitars stock, they do have a very kind of squared off fretboard shoulder. There's no kind of rounding off on these. On the old ones, again, I haven't played the new ones, so I don't know. So my sort of tip then to combat that would be get a brand new Stanley blade or a scraper blade and just go into the side really delicately and just take down the side of the wood in between the frets, but microscopically. You only need a tiny bit, and that'll reduce the kind of wear on the thumb. So that's literally the only thing, apart from restringing maintenance and whatever, it's the only thing I've done to this guitar. And I don't think the camera will pick up, because it's not a great camera, so I don't think it'll pick it up. But if you are thinking of doing that, just use a brand new blade and take the smallest amount off, and it'll make the world of difference if you play with the thumb over the top. But, just pushing on from what I said from the review, tuning stability across the entire time I've played it, never been an issue. The neck hasn't moved a single bit. We've gone through a sort of cold winter into a warmer spring kind of thing as it's coming along now, and the neck hasn't moved one bit. I have played this for at least an hour every day since, and fret wire is standing out perfectly fine. There's no, because that's the only thing when you review a guitar, you never know like what's the long-term fret it's going to be like. Are they really soft, or there's just little things you can't really know as a review. I tend to have guitars for 4 or 5 days at a time, and that's when I put my videos out, so certain things you can't really know. That's why I thought it'd be cool to kind of check in with this after I've played it for, it's probably well over 100 hours into this thing now, and it's been absolutely perfect, stable, the frets aren't wearing out, I haven't had any problems with the electrics, the neck hasn't moved, these tuning, locking tuners that these come with, perfect. The restring has been super easy with them, and like I said, the only thing I've done is just take the edge off the fingerboard, because it is quite square when they're new, and I don't know if that's the case on the newer ones. The only other thing to say with it is, funnily enough, I have never liked tortoiseshell pickguards, so it was just the fact that this guitar was so good I overlooked that. But these pickguards are nowhere near as easy to get hold of as a normal kind of strap pickguard would be. But at Nylon Music, he has managed to get some official Cutlass scratch plates, but I think they only come in bright white or black. There's no like mint green or cream. So I'll probably just leave the tortoiseshell on this one. It's kind of grown on me by now anyway. But yeah, I just thought it'd be funny to kind of check in with this guitar and let you know how I've kind of got on with it really. There isn't loads of stuff on the channel immediately after this, but stay tuned, because soon there is something being launched that is really cool. It involves a friend of mine as well, which some of you guys might have seen on YouTube before. And yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. That's going to be really cool. And thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you again on the next video.